Well, good evening again from Serendipity Forge. I'm Robert Wood, owner and lead smith. And if I look a little rough, well, it never was really pretty to start with, but it's been a day. So let's see, what have we got here? Chef's knife. Four-inch bushcraft knife, 4-inch drop point, 5-inch Skinner, 6-inch boning knife, bull cutter, little Shumanagasi EDC blade. That's 22 layers of steel. This particular one has bog oak handles. A couple of small EDC blades for the next show. And a fancy cleaver. So my day started at about 5:30. It's a little after 9 now, so it's been a long day, but you know, it's what you got to do. Got orders to fill, got shows coming up. Hard to keep stock for shows. I'm always working on it. Always trying to get ahead and forever staying behind. And mind you, I thank God for those blessings. I'm not complaining a bit. That's just the way it is. If you're gonna make anything, if you're gonna make any money, if you're gonna make a business work, you gotta hustle. So anybody out there that thinks they're gonna get into making a few knives, it's easy money. There's nothing to it. Gonna do some blacksmithing. Gonna make a bank, gonna make bankroll on it, gonna sit back pretty and not work hard. You're a nut. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, so I managed to get the handles fitted on all of these. I didn't forge any of these blades today. Worked on some of them yesterday, but today was mainly a handle fitting and finishing day, and it was a bear. But anyway, I did find time to forge one blade, and we're going to do it here on the video in just a minute. Started out with some little piece of scrap stock. I said in the video that it was 3/16 thick. It wasn't. It was 1/4 inch thick. It was just a piece I had laying out there. I was struggling to figure out what I was going to do for a video today. And the truth is, I've got to get some knives made for a show that's coming up. And hey, why not hammer one of those out and put it on video? So just give it a watch. I hope you enjoy. If you got any comments, leave us a comment down there. Give us some suggestions on what you'd like to see for future content. Subscribe to the channel if you will. Hit that bell button so you find out when we get fresh material. I won't stay on here too much longer because tomorrow I go back to my other job, which is a paramedic. So I have to be up at 5 in the morning to be on shift. And I'm not looking forward to it. So God bless you all. Have a good night. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. So here we got our starting stock. It's just a little piece of 3/16. I think it's cut 1 inch. About 5 inches long, I guess. And we'll start out at the power hammer. Start working on a preform for the blade. Drawing out a point. If you can hear clicking in the background on this video, it's my old dog walking around the house. She sounds like a miniature horse. There we go, almost got the point drawn out. Go to the anvil and clean it up a little bit. Probably have to go back to the power hammer and flatten it out a little more. Now we're curving back towards what's going to be the edge of the blade. Warm it up again. Come back to the anvil. Curve it down a little more. Always got to curve back towards the edge, so that when you hammer in the bevels, you don't end up with a big swooping curve back toward the spine of the knife. Well, unless that's what you're looking for. Start working on the back of the handle. Need to knock those corners off, and it's fish mouthing. That's what I call it anyway. When you knock a corner down and the corners stick out farther than the center of the bar stock you're hammering on, I call that a fish mouth. I guess I don't know what other people call it. But it's aggravating and hard to work out. But we'll get it. Just got to keep working at it. This is what happens when you start out with no plan. Just got to kind of make changes on the fly. Time to go to the power hammer and hammer in the finger well, which will also divide the handle from what will be the blade. So I'm using a piece of round stock to hammer in the finger well and turn it sideways and flatten it out. Don't go too far at one time or you end up with cold shuts. Now mind you, all this could be done on the anvil, could be done over the horn of the anvil, but like always, I'm pressed for time. So, the hammer really helps speed things up. Yeah, we're getting there though. Now we're gonna start at the back. Start working on hammering in a little contour for the handle. And do a little hammer work. I think I want the back of the handle, the pommel, if you will, on this knife to be kind of rounded. So that's what I'm shooting for. Make sure everything stays flat. Work around the horn a little. Now I know there are people out there with a hammer, with a power hammer, that could just do every bit of that handle work on the power hammer, but yeah, that's not me. I need the anvil. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting that fish mouth out. Rounding that over. At least to the point I can clean it up with a grinder with no trouble. I hate grinding. Pretty good. Not really happy with this hammer. This is my son's hammer. My hammer needs to be hung on a new handle. Round that out a little more. Yeah, it's just about suiting me. Make sure it's flat. And back to work on the blade. Go to the hammer and use the corner of the die to draw out the heel of the blade. And one more time. And we'll go back to work on the anvil. Start drawing down the bevel. Got to keep that steel hot. Work it too cold, you end up with cracks. You can see right now we've gone from 5 inches. Finished length on this is going to be about 8.5 overall. Just flatten everything out, even everything up one more time. Still working that bevel, drawing it down. Getting pretty close. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use the face of the anvil to even things up. Draw things around. You can get by with this if you're careful. Oh, drop forged. Have to drop everything at least once. Yeah, this is going to be a nice little knife. Bevel's just right. Won't have to do much sanding. Nice and even. Probably won't even polish the flats on this one. Yep. That'll do it.